Post-fight card review, Brant Murata to the rematch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. It is I, your host, Mr. A of the Double RT Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing. The boxing rehab for us junkies. You're more than welcome here. If you like uppercuts, jabbers, movers, heavyweights, bantamweights, if you're just a junkie of boxing, sit your ass down and let's talk it. Now, this is, as you heard in the intro, the post-fight card review of Brant Murata 2. In the pre-fight card, I said I was looking very forward to this fight, very forward to this card, I should say. I'm a big fan of Shiro. I like Japanese crowds. I think they're good I think they get good, enthusiastic, and get into the fights. And the reason why I bring that up is we do the award show. Even though I've been falling a little behind, I've been busy at work, so just keeping track of that crap. I fucked up. But that's how we score some of the cards, crowd participation, commentary, and I was like, okay, good fighters in Japan, so the crowd's gonna be into it. The commentary was nice to hear Ward and Bradley, some nice English. I can understand some commentary during the fighters that I like watching from Japan. So that was definitely a good plus for this card. And then just the overall fights I thought they were going to be, they turned out to be really good fights. It just turned out to be, if not as what I thought they were, better. Like I said, going into the fight, I went 1-2. I lost with Murata. And even though I said the upset was going to happen, I just went with the fighter I liked anyway. I went with Shimizu, but I said it in the pre-fight card review. This style is all wrong for him. If styles make fights, he's gonna get his ass whooped. I thought he might wear him down like he's been doing his previous opponents, but we talked about it, bro. Noynay, his speed is too fast for Shimizu. His footwork is too good, and that's what you saw. He was just over that slow ass jab. Counter with the left, over and over with that slow ass jab. And like I said, we talked about it. Not only was his hand speed able to fire off combinations, his foot speed was able to get him out of there. Shimizu was used to people just hitting him and then stand there so he could fire back. He was getting cracked and not being able to fire back because there was no target. And what was even crazy was, I think it was like the first or second part. It was like a shotgun jab. He just stumbled back like, oh shit. And we talked about it. At 33 years old, what was his punch shield resistance? And straight from the get-go, Noynay tested it, and you can saw that punch shield resistance was going. Like he took it, that he kept giving Noynay his left side. It was his right side. It fucking swelled up. He quit. He put his hand up and walked away. And the referee didn't stop it. Fucking followed him and chin checked his ass up. That was very good to see. Even though I was a fan of the style of Shimizu. It's not my favorite style. My favorite style, if you've been watching the show, Mr.A loves his movers. Chris Algieri, I'm a fan of. My favorite fighter, Aries 90 Lara. Shiro, my top 5 pound for pound guy. So I love that style. But for good old boxing junkiness, the Joy Joyces, the Jared Herds, Shimizus, they're fun to watch. It's fun to see, like, oh shit, he is breaking someone down. But at the same time, it's always even entertaining to see that guy not get broken down, break that puzzle, figure it out, and then start beating that dude's ass, which Noynay did. So that was a really good fight, really good showcasing for him, I believe. Beating an Olympian, a medal Olympian, the bronze medal, a nice hot Japanese prospect, retains his WBO Asian Pacific championship. Now Shimizu was, I think, highest was IBF like number 10. So obviously, if he would have won that belt, he would have cracked the top 15. So, but where did this take Noynay now? He was already the champion. He defended his belt very well, very well. Not only did they said, not only did he beat Shimizu, he made him quit. Cracked him in his puffed up eye and made him walk away. It was like beautiful work. He was mixing in the punches, the overhand counter left, the body work. He was just too fast with the hands, too fast with the speed. Too fast with the adaptation, because when he was cracked in the third round, when it seemed like Shimizu's power would kick in, he was smart. He knew to hold on when he was rocked. So it was good little scene on that. So that fight, even though, like I said, I picked Shimizu, but the whole pre-fight card, we're talking upset. We're talking upset. Like I said, it was a biased pick. I thought it was gonna be like a really good fight, a really good shocker. Watching that shocker unfold, it was a good ass fight. It was like, holy shit, this is good. Like I said, you can say it wasn't the titles wasn't on the line, but a lower tier title, but that's right up there with the upset of you could say that that was almost an Andy Ruiz moment. You can say that because Noynay was not supposed to beat Shimizu's ass like that in his home country. So that was a little Andy Ruiz moment. That was maybe a J Rock Williams moment on Herd. That was a nice, especially with that style of Shimizu and Herd, J Rock and Noynay. Definitely compared those fights. Now, as far as Ken Shiro, the only fight I got right, didn't pick him to knock him out. I thought he'll have a hard time with the pressure and just eventually just play it kind of safe and outbox him from the outside, moving around. He did that pretty well behind his jab. I didn't see the body work I would have liked to have seen. I thought he was gonna with the pressure. I thought he was gonna angle himself off and get some body shots in there. Again, you gotta remember, I'm a big. If you've been watching the Double RT Box Show for all 4 seasons, or just picked up around season 2 or so, you will know that I'm a big Ken Shiro fan during discovering this show. During the making of this show, top 5 pound for pound fighter on the Double RT boxing list right here. Go check it out. If you want to know who the other 4 is and why it is what it is, go check that list out. Ken Shiro, number 5. Now I gotta say, just like on Clarissa Shields, I critique the people I want to see success, so I don't want to see them get touched at all. I was fucking Floyd Mayweather. I like that shit. I was a diehard Floyd Mayweather fan. I liked seeing him just dominate, and so Deontay Wilder. I want to see him improve and just whoop people's ass. I'm a Keith Thurman fan. I want to see him do his thing. I'm a Ken Shiro fan. I want to see him do a thing. Aries Landy Lara, I'm a diehard fan, so I definitely want to see him go out on top. So, and the one person I'd always make some videos on is Clarissa Shields. I always want to see her do her damn thing. So, Ken Shiro, as what we saw that the knockout. I didn't predict the knockout, but I didn't like how he was pulling out, hands down, giving up the left side of his face. Pulling out like that, pulling back straight up. He got hit far too often more than I would like. So a little more than I would like to see Ken Shiro get hit. Besides that, the fight was pretty much what I expected. Taccone came in with the hot, heavy pressure, landed some good shots. I didn't think he'll land that many shots that early on. I didn't think Ken Shiro would just back up lazy like that with his hands down. And it's, like I said, it's a concern. It's a concern, you know, considering okay, if he was to go next against Soto, the guy who just knocked out Acosta, that dude seemed like he had a fucking granite chin. Throws heavy ass hooks with pressure. He'll follow Kenshiro out. He'll knock him out. You know, that's a high possibility because Kenshiro is a rat-a-tat-tat puncher. Don't look like he's nothing for that Soto's chin. So we'll see on that. Then you got the Taguchi. That's a big showdown in Japan. That'd be probably a fair enough fight. I wonder, will they go to unification bout in Japan, or will they try and send him to Soto, or send Soto his way? Because Kenshiro ain't going to no Mexico. That fight will happen in Japan, most likely. Edwin Soto and Felix Alvarado. Maybe was he Nicaraguan? I'm not too sure where Alvarado is. Maybe him and Soto could get down, and Kayaguchi and Shiro could do it, so that way they meet up for undisputed at the flyweight. So maybe, or the light flyweight, maybe that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Now on to the main event. Murata knocking out Brant in the second round. Did not get that prediction right. Was Murata a better fighter? That's the question. Definitely a better result, but was there a better Murata? Brant was the same. Brant was the exact same, putting out the motor, offense. Just that the commentary was on point as always. You can say whatever you want to say about. As for boxing, keeping you intrigued. Sometimes they, of course, sometimes they overkiss ass, but for the most part, Ward, Bradley, boxing, keeping a flow of a match, pointing out flaws and good stuff. They're pretty much they're an entertaining duo to listen to. And who's with them? I think Joe Tessitore. He keeps the flow going pretty well. He does what he's there for. Does it pretty well. And the thing is, we saw Murata up a tempo in his punch volume. He was first in this fight. And in the pre-card review, we talked about how I always thought Murata got away with the stiff arm in Japan. So he'd hold your place and then crack. I didn't think he'd be able to improve foot speed over a training camp. I don't know if he did, but like I said, the main adjustment to me what he made in this fight was he was first. He made his mind up to be first, being the stronger hitter, or the one who packs more power in shots. He knew Rob Brant couldn't knock him out. He felt the ass beating, and probably never felt like he was getting knocked out. I'm getting my ass beat. So knowing what Rob Brant was going to throw at him, he's I'm just going to charge this guy. I know I can hit harder than him. And we talked about it in the pre-fight review. Brant gets hit. Now, I just didn't think Murata had that type of hand speed or that volume in him. I wouldn't say that was hand speed, but the volume. And the fight was going pretty much how everyone thought it was going to go. But I do agree with, again, I like the commentary. The 100 punches that Brant continued to throw per round, the 100 he threw in this round one wasn't the same type of 100. It wasn't controlling the 100. It wasn't controlling the fight 100. It wasn't winning the round 100. It wasn't controlling distance 100. It was, I gotta protect myself 100. Get off me 100. Leave me alone 100. It was a different type of 100 punches. And then in the second round with the pressure being applied, I think Murata just landed a good shot on Brant. It's, he just landed a nice chin shot, and Brant was never really able to recover from it. And with the beat down that he was getting over and all around the ring, which brings us to the question of the card. What do you think of the ref? Do you think he wouldn't let it go on too long? Was it a good call? I myself, I'm like, this ref is fucking legit. He's letting it go, you know, because it was borderline, baby. It was borderline. He gave Rob Brant a fucking champion's chance to survive. Because yes, the pressure was on, punches were being thrown, but you saw Rob Brant here get hit on top of the head, but the high guard was up. He was getting banged around, but he wasn't quite getting hit. But his arms and gloves and shoulders were, and the referee was just the referee let Rob Brant go on probably like an extra minute, probably, or even like a 4. It seemed long, but I'm pretty sure that fight could have been stopped at least 2 times. But that ref just let it go and let it go and let it go. And then finally, he got dropped. He let him get up and continue. He let him get up. And finally, he got 2 more hits, but then, okay. But he gave him a hella fight chance. And I thought it was well deserving. Rob Brant needs to learn how to hold, because the referee was giving him so much opportunity, so much time to go on to the next round. All Rob Brant had to do was hold. With the extra time he was allowed, if he would have held like two or 3 times in there, he probably would have made it to the next round, to be honest. The referee gave him so many opportunities to just hold. Just hold the guy, Rob. Hold him. Hold him. I'm allowing you to hold him. And he wouldn't hold. And Murata eventually just, like I said, it's the same thing, which I think with Ruiz and Joshua. Joshua never really recovered from that temple shot. It took a beating. Murata tagged Brant, and I don't think he recovered quite well as you could see the dude was blocking. He was moving around the ring. He was there. He just, you know what I mean? But that was a nice fight. So I said, overall the card was good. Thank you for your time and support. The Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A.